Hello, this is an introduction to, or a walkthrough to the Fruits ESL, EFL, ELL, whatever you want to call it, um, interactive lesson. So the idea for this lesson and all my ESL lessons is one that came about through necessity, teaching English in China and, teaching 6 classes back to back and not really having any material but expecting them to create or to give an amazing lesson to 30 kids. And how do you do that? I mean, they were counting the paper. So I came up with this idea for basically plug and play lesson that had everything that the teacher needed at absolute minimal. I mean, of course, you're never going to not need worksheets, but the worksheets are here and you could just print off whatever you needed. And also, it doubles because then if you most of the schools in China, at least the ones that I've taught at, they have like a TV, and you plug your computer into the TV, and so you can see it. So it works kind of like classware. Anyway, let's have a look at it. So here we have the screen flashcards, and this is the main menu actually. So from here, you can access anything in the PowerPoint because it's over 100-slide PowerPoint. This makes it super easy to access everything. And here's your controls up here, and this is the information. This one is important because it tells you how to create the hyperlink, which I'll go through later. Excuse me. And then, all right, so here we go, screen flashcards. So you'd start like you would with any other lesson, and you'd introduce the flashcards. Only this way you just have to click. It's genius. And so, you'd show the kids the flashcard. They'd say apple. They usually know apple is first. Apple. And you have audio there as well. Banana. Grapes. Mango. Orange. Pear. Strawberry. Watermelon. Okay. So there's the flashcards. There's 8 vocabulary words. It's a good number. Not too many, not too little. As you know, 10 is the maximum that you should introduce to any student or any class at any time. And young learners usually have about 6, so I thought 8 was a good number. And these are the first basic ones, most basic ones. So then after you've introduced the flashcards, you hit the home button and return here to the main menu. And then you can start your drilling games. And I have 3 drilling games. The slow reveal, what's missing, and what is it? So we'll have a look at the slow reveal first. In this one, the picture rises from the bottom of the screen. These cute little eyes over here are looking at it. And the students have to guess what it is as it rises. And the same as the other one, you just click the picture, and the word appears over here. If you click the picture by accident, you can just click it and it'll disappear. And then the audio is in there. Strawberry. In case, you can give this to your students if you wanted for them to practice at home, or you can teach it to your your kids at home, or more likely, since this is, you can, just repeat strawberry if your throat is sore or you don't want to speak that loudly and have the speakers do it instead. So it goes through all of them like that. Watermelon. And I won't bore you with that. I'm sure you know your fruits. But you get the idea. And then you can go to the what's missing, which is a bit more challenging of a drilling game. And all the audio is included in these. Apple. Banana. And all that. And the students see all these cards, and then they see one that's covered up. And they have to try to guess what's beneath it. and that's what's missing. So, student raises his hand, and then you can just click on the card,
mango,
and see if they got it right. And then the card is always in a different position in each line.
orange, watermelon,
Okay. Doo-doo-doo. I just had to pause it just for a sec. Okay, sorry about that. I don't know why it is when I'm recording. I always have to clear my throat. And then this also has the information page, and it tells you about it. Okay. So after what's missing, the newest one that I have is, what is it? So basic picture reveal. And you can click the reveal button, and it gives some squares leave or disappear, and the students get a little bit of the picture, and they have to guess what it is. And you can click on the answer button if they've guessed it, and the audio,
apple,
and then you can keep pressing reveal to reveal the rest of the picture. And they disappear at different places each slide, so it's not always the same, which is nice.
orange,
There we go.
strawberry,
I use these on my students also, by the way, all the time, and they love them. So then we have the word wall, which has many, many uses. Students who are struggling to answer the worksheet, you can put this slide up. Copying the words during writing assignments, a quick drilling review practice.
apple, banana, orange, grape, pear, mango, strawberry, watermelon,
Take up slide, whatever you want to use it as. And I've included a sentence structure here. Let me go back. And it comes with a target question and a target answer. A very common target question when you're teaching fruits is, what's your favorite fruit? And then the answer is, my favorite fruit is. So there's an audio for each sentence.
what's your favorite fruit? My favorite fruit is, my favorite fruit is apple. My favorite fruit is banana.
I was always confused, actually, by the sentence structure, so I had to look up the grammar of it. I wanted to say, my favorite fruit is apples, or are apples, or... Yeah, I know, I probably sound pretty stupid, but then it's just an awkward sentence, actually, but it's in all the books, so... And then we have some vocabulary games. And I think the vocabulary games, though they may seem just like playing, they're really important in my experience because it gives the students something to look forward to, it gets them excited about learning, and they'll do other work that they don't really enjoy just so that they can play the games, but also the games help them learn a lot, right? Because they're so engaged. So I have different games and different levels of games. That's why I've included so many, because it depends, maybe you have really young learners. If you have really young learners, they won't really like the Go game because it's kind of competitive. They'll probably prefer the clouds or the spinning game. If you have a class with a lot of boys who are really competitive, generally boys are more competitive. I know the femmes out there might go crazy, but it's true in my experience. They'll really like the Go game and the Beat the Bomb game, right? Actually, the whole class likes the Beat the Bomb because it's more about time than anything. Anyway, I'll shut up and I'll just have a quick look at the clouds. So here the clouds move. The word is presented up here. The audio is here.
Watermelon.
If they hit the wrong one, it just disappears. And then they hit the right one, it goes to the next slide with that fabulous chiming sound. And then the spinning, same idea, only this time it spins.
Mango.
Mango. There we go.
Banana.
Next one, beat the bomb.
My favorite fruit is pear.
I included the sentence in this one just because I felt like it. Pear.
My favorite fruit is grapes. My favorite fruit is banana.
That's what happens if you hit the wrong one. Okay. And then we have the Go game. The Go game's outside the main PowerPoint, so it takes a little bit longer to load. Also because it has a macro score pointer in it. So actually, if you have an Apple, the score thing won't work for this because Apple doesn't work with macros. Apple PowerPoint. You can still play the game. You just won't be able to keep score. So grapes. You have a blue team and you have the red team, and one student from each comes up, and then
grapes.
They either read the word or listen to the word, and they both try to touch the right word, the right picture. If they touch the wrong one, then check the score. It's -1. And if they hit the right one, grapes. Check the score. Then they get 1 point. So whoever hits it gets the point.
Banana.
Mango. Watermelon. Check the score. We have 4-1. And you can reset the game like that. Plus or minus points like that. And when you want to return to the slide after checking the score, you just click the return. And then when you want to exit out of it, you can just exit out of it like that. And don't save the changes. And this is Fruit Fall. This is unique for this game. I got this from watching the video about the fruits. So mangoes, the song where the fruit is falling. We'll see. Island Groove.
Mango.
The kids like this one. This is about my 4th version of this. Just like that. And then we have the memory game, the standard. Everybody likes the memory game. So this is a pair game, the red team and the blue team. Sometimes with the little ones, I'll do teacher versus students. So they don't get so, and I'll let them win sometimes. Okay. So for example, grapes. Have them say the target word when they find a pair or the target sentence or the target answer, and then give them a point. And I included memory words, which is the same game, only this time it's match the word to the picture. So you can do scaffolding with that. And then the song, Island Fruits Groove by Busy Beavers. You can click on it, either YouTube or Yoku for those of you in China who don't have VPNs or whose internet is slow. That's China's version of YouTube. And word matching. This is a worksheet handout that's standard in all my lessons, where they can trace the words and then draw a line from the word to the picture. And then here you can just press the space bar or the enter bar or scroll down on the wheel of the mouse and take it all up together. Because if you have a large class, you don't want to be marking 20 or 30 papers, because what are the other kids going to do while you're doing that? Sometimes you can if they have another activity. And then the word search, which I always print on the back of the word matching sheet, so that those who are quick to do the word match have something to keep them busy. but also it serves obviously as a pre-reading exercise, fun one. And then you can take it up with this take up slide. And then we do have flashcards. So if you have the time and ability and materials, you can print out the flashcards. You want to play some games or decorate the classroom with something, you can. And then the student flashcards, which allow you to play, you know, board games or all kinds of speaking class activities or study at home. These are very helpful. I have them in color and in black and white. And we'll go back. And then the worksheets. This is the word list, so they can write it in their native language. Color, black and white. There's the printout for that. Color and black and white. Famous Find Someone Who game. Which you'd use in conjunction with the student flashcards. Color and black and white. Draw fruit salad worksheet. Tracing worksheets. Black and white tracing worksheets. Trace and color sheets. Trace and color sheets. Word scramble. Word scramble answer sheets. Fruit salad craft, where they cut out the fruits, put them in a bowl. Color in black and white. And bingo. There we go. So lots of activities you can choose from. As a teacher, I know it's important for me, anyway, to be able to be like, that works for my students, that doesn't work for my students. I want lots of activities to choose from. Listening test. This is very simple, but I mean, learning fruits is also very simple. So I don't want to make it too complicated. My favorite fruit is banana. So this, and the audio is in the PPT, which is great. Because usually you have to pull up the slide and then you have to grab the audio from another file, and it's a whole thing. But I've included the audio in the PPT. My favorite fruit is orange. And then you just click the button. So it's all manual, it's all when you're ready. And you go through all of them like that. And then there's a student handout in color and in black and white. And this speaking, if you want to give them a speaking assessment or have to, there's the, you can write all the students' names and their score. And this tells you how I grade it and how they've had me graded at other schools, so you can choose. I'm just asking the question. And there's the answers. What's your favorite fruit? Writing included 3 levels. So the words are all here, and this is the word box one, where they choose the words and put it in the boxes. Color in black and white, and the answer sheet for level 1. Color, and this is where they choose a vowel. A, E, I, O, or U. Color, black and white, right in the middle, answer sheet. And this is level 3, where they write the word all by themselves. For me, this is great too. And for me, the word box is grade 1. And then the vowels is somewhere in between. And then the lesson plan. The lesson plan is fully editable. It comes in part 2, part 3, part 4, part 5, part 6, part 7. And what's included in here is the basics that are in all the lessons that I made, and how long everything will take, and you can just go in and edit and change whatever you like. And then there's the whiteboard, which is just so that you can type in slideshow mode without having to exit out of the PowerPoint. So if you want to say to your students, turn to page 27 in your student books, you know, if they aren't listening or they forget the page, there it is.
And yeah, so there is the PowerPoint. Everything you need at your fingertips. It's genius. I think it's genius. It's saved me so many times. Oh, and the song is really cute too. I don't want to pull it up here, but I do want to show to you. Where is it? Lessons new. Oops. Nope, that's not what I wanted. Fruits. Oh. I forgot, I deleted it out of there. Lessons. Fruit. I did want to give you a tip about the song, and that's why I'm bringing this one up. So if you bear with me for a moment. Okay, so because of copyright, I cannot embed the songs and then sell them. But once you have the song, and then you go to YouTube and you download the song, because you've gone there now and you've subscribed to their site and seen their advertisements and they've gotten the view, then you can download it, and probably, I'm not giving you permission, but I would assume, since YouTube allows you to download, you can just play it from there.
You can ride Fruits Groove.
Very cute song.
Apple, banana, orange, grape, apple.
Okay, so you get the idea. Actually, I'm going to go back there and exit out of there. So all that you would do is you go insert, once you have the video downloaded, and you go video on my PC. And then you can have the video embedded into your PowerPoint for future lessons if you're concerned about being able to access the internet, which is often a concern in China, especially with YouTube. If you don't have a VPN, but also just sometimes because there's 100 people using the school internet, the internet is sometimes brutally slow, or you just can't access it. It happens all the time. So there you go. And also for creating the hyperlinks. So when you get the PowerPoint, I can show you actually, because on this one, Lessons New, Fruits, I've just moved the file from my E drive to my desktop drive. So now it won't remember the links. Actually, it will. And I will be able to access them, I think, because I still have the E drive in there. Let's check it. Go. Yeah, it will. Okay. But it's accessing it from the E drive. See, E drive. But I wanted to add but you won't have my E drive to access it, right? So it'll just be on your desktop, and I won't be able to find it. So for the games that are not within this main PowerPoint here, so this is the main PowerPoint. Most of the stuff is in there. Okay. But some of the stuff is not in there. And the stuff that's not in there is your clip art, obviously, and the extra games, the Go game and the memory game, and your printables. And the reason is they either have different formatting or things that couldn't fit into the main PowerPoint. I mean, for example, this is slideshow mode, landscape, the PowerPoint, but the printables are A4, that kind of thing. So what you want to do is you want to create,
you want to relink it, right? So where's my fruits PPT? I have 3 of them up. Oh God, how did I do that? I'm confused now. Okay, well, whatever. Example. So all you do is it just takes a couple of seconds and you go insert after you've highlighted the picture here. Or actually, you can just click down because there's already a link and you can just say edit link. That's it. Edit link. And then you can go to which drive it's in. Yeah, see, this was in that drive. So now I want it to be from my C drive under lessons new. Fruit, games extra, go game. Okay. So now when I pull it up, you can see the little icon that appears here. So now it's coming from C drive. And that's how you would do the link. Change your links when you get them. So for the Go game, you'll need to do that. And for the memory, you'll need to do that. The second memory game. And the worksheets, the assessments, and the lesson plan. But everything else is in the PowerPoint and will work. And that should just take you, I don't know, 1 or 2 minutes. If you've never done it before, maybe a minute, maybe 5 minutes. And then you won't have to redo the links every time, obviously, just unless you move the file. Every time you move the file from C drive to E drive or change computers, then yes, you'll have to. But otherwise, if you just keep it on there, you won't have to relink it. So that's the Fruits interactive, and it tells you here too how to do it. Oh no, I wanted to show you more things. You cannot escape just yet, unless you fast forward. Is this E drive? How would I do it? E drive, there we go. All right, so here's your clip art. And this is free. I created this myself in PowerPoint. So there's a lot nicer things that you can buy on TPT, but I think that this works really well. And I put this in there so that you can do whatever you want. You can add more worksheets. So I've never ever come across curriculum that had the clip art available to the teacher to make changes to, other than, you know, printing the screen and stealing the picture and doing that kind of thing, and that's laborious. So there you go. And then there's more colors in here. Just purple. I thought I had more, but that's the other file I was thinking of. Oh yes, here. There's green apples and yellow apples, and I made a bowl, and then there's black and white for worksheets, and there's some titles stuff, and then there's the PPT of when I made the fruit clip art. Okay, so there we go. Printables, games extra, that's where you'll find your Go game and your memory game. Pictures you don't need, that's all the stuff that I saved as I was making the PowerPoint. You can delete that when you get it to save memory if you want. And printables, so here is where you'll find your assessments. So you have to go into them this way if you want to make any changes. Because otherwise, if you access it from the main menu, then you're accessing it in slideshow mode. And you can't, obviously, make changes in slideshow mode. And then there's your worksheets and your lesson plan. And there's the audio. So if you want to change it from words to sentences, you can. Just grab the audio from there. And there you go. And you're free to use the clip art to make extra worksheets because I know how important it is for teachers to make their own worksheets. There you go. There's your lesson. All right, I'm going to shut up now. If you have any questions, you can post a comment below. And if you'd like to purchase it, you can go to the Teachers Pay Teachers link that will also be listed below. And I have a lot of other lessons on my Teachers Pay Teachers account that you can get. And I'm making more all the time. So I hope you enjoyed this, and thank you for watching.